a nice day. I love you too!
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 actors who have never done television.
You talking to me?
For this list, we'll be looking at the most prominent Hollywood actors who have never appeared in a major or supporting role on an American TV show. However, we're not counting made-for-TV movies as a television show appearance. Which of these performers would you like to see pivot to the small screen? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Willem Dafoe. Known for his versatility and sometimes controversial roles, Willem Dafoe has become one of the most widely respected actors of his generation.
What happened today is just the beginning. We're gonna lose this war.
Dafoe cut his teeth with experimental theater groups after leaving high school, before making an uncredited debut in Michael Cimino's infamous 1980 epic Heaven's Gate. Since then, Dafoe has earned multiple Oscar nominations for films such as Platoon and The Florida Project.
Why is my mom upset?
You know, I don't know, but they're just talking. They gotta figure something out.
But while he has been a staple on the big screen for decades, Dafoe's acting prowess has largely been absent from television. According to the Spider-Man actor, his preference for cinema comes from the endless possibilities associated with the medium, and his desire to work closely with just one director.
Harry tells me you're quite the science whiz. You know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
Number 9. Robert Pattinson.
I think something very important is happening, and it's deeply connected to my purpose. And I think that you are somehow connected to it as well.
If there is any prominent actor in modern Hollywood whose career progression most resembles the image of a wave pattern, it'd be Robert Pattinson. The English actor rose from relative obscurity to international recognition after starring as Edward Cullen in the Twilight Saga film series.
Are you afraid?
No.
Although the role catapulted Pattinson to heartthrob status, he mostly disappeared from the spotlight afterwards, only performing in smaller independent movies. Prior to getting his big break in Twilight, Pattinson appeared in 3 British TV films, but has never returned to the small screen since. He made a comeback to blockbuster films with Christopher Nolan's time-bending thriller Tenet, and donned the crime-fighting cape as Bruce Wayne in 2022's The Batman. Number 8. Natalie Portman.
Just want to be perfect.
Ever since she made an astounding debut in 1994's Léon the Professional, Natalie Portman has largely erred on the cinematic side of the industry.
Is life always this hard? Just when you're a kid.
Always like this.
Her breakthrough performance came as Queen Padme Amidala in Star Wars Episode 1: The Phantom Menace, a role she reprised in the rest of the prequel trilogy. During that time, she rendered her first ever performance on television, appearing as herself on the children's show Sesame Street. The Oscar-winning actress also hosted Saturday Night Live twice, and has lent her voice to animated characters on TV programs.
I wish I could talk to someone who's been through this whole mess before.
Hello, Melania. It's me, Jackie Kennedy.
Other than these few instances, Portman's signature poise and layered performances have been reserved for the big screen. Number 7. Javier Bardem.
Who is this? You know who it is. You need to talk to me.
Although Javier Bardem was born into a family of actors and filmmakers, he initially nursed an interest in painting. When that line of work didn't pan out exactly how he pictured, he abandoned it and went into the family business.
And then I understood why I had survived.
Bardem made his acting debut on Spanish TV, and later took on a recurring role in the series Segunda Enseñanza. However, since he made the transition to Hollywood in the early 2000s, he has stuck strictly to movies. The Canary Islands actor has garnered significant acclaim for his challenging roles, becoming the first male Spanish performer to win an Oscar, with No Country for Old Men.
What's the most you ever lost on a coin toss?
Sir?
The most you ever lost on a coin toss.
Number 6. Christian Bale. Christian Bale is one of a few actors who were shot to fame with their first major Hollywood performance.
Take me!
Give me one good reason why I should.
Because I'm your friend.
At the age of 13, Bale won the lead in Steven Spielberg's 1987 epic Empire of the Sun. The film brought him immense attention and opened the doors to more starring roles throughout the 90s.
Where does it say you gotta live and die here? Where does it say a guy can't catch a break?
Bale has since gained notoriety for playing psychologically complex characters, often taking long periods to fully immerse himself in them. This may explain why the English actor has refrained from the small screen, only making a handful of television appearances very early in his career.
New card. What do you think?
Whoa, very nice. Look at that.
All that could have changed with the second season of HBO's True Detective, but Bale turned down the lead role, which eventually went to Colin Farrell. Number 5. Robert De Niro. Arguably one of the most revered actors of all time, Robert De Niro first made a name for himself in the 70s with films like The Godfather Part 2 and Taxi Driver.
Well, who the hell else are you talking? Talking to me?
After first collaborating with Martin Scorsese on 1973's Mean Streets, De Niro established a decades-long relationship with the director, creating some of their most celebrated work together.
I'm there to protect you.
On the television side of things, however, De Niro's presence has been severely limited. His only significant appearance on a TV show so far has been as special counsel Robert Mueller on Saturday Night Live, which earned him an Emmy nomination. In 2017, he received another Emmy nod for portraying Wall Street fraudster Bernie Madoff in the HBO film The Wizard of Lies. Number 4. Angelina Jolie. When it comes to the realm of film, no one does it quite like Angelina Jolie.
G-I-A.
Born to Hollywood actors, Jolie has been in the spotlight since her childhood. After nabbing an Oscar for 1999's Girl Interrupted, she attained A-list status with the titular role in Lara Croft Tomb Raider.
Is there a good reason why I just kept you alive?
Yes. That is not the true I.
This is the true I.
It's not, actually.
Throughout her career, Jolie has done it all. She starred in several successful live-action and animated films, written, directed, and produced her own movies, as well as championed important humanitarian causes. But that wide reach of hers seems to have stopped right at the doorsteps of television. Following appearances in a few TV films in the late 90s, Jolie made a hard turn to the big screen and has never looked back since.
Oh dear. What an awkward situation.
Number 3. Robert Redford.
Where is it? It's classified. How are you gonna get it?
We haven't had any luck yet.
Get some.
Before his rise to stardom, Robert Redford was just like any other Hollywood hopeful, picking up work wherever he could find it. As such, throughout the 1960s, he made guest appearances on multiple television shows, including Alfred Hitchcock Presents and The Twilight Zone.
Am I really so bad? Am I really so frightening?
Toward the end of that decade, Redford landed his breakthrough role in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid and never returned to the small screen. After years of being in front of the camera, Redford stepped behind the scenes and took a foray into directing. His debut, Ordinary People, won him the directing Oscar and also took home the prize for Best Picture. He co-founded the Sundance Film Festival in 1978, which is now the largest independent American film festival.
We're all here to experience the festival's magic and celebrate this generation's most innovative storytellers.
Number 2. Nicolas Cage. It's perhaps pretty ironic that after making his acting debut in a TV pilot that was never picked up, Nicolas Cage has simply refused to return to the medium.
I think, quote, "I am the most beautiful man you have ever seen. My magnificent biceps drive you wild with desire." Unquote.
The highly eccentric actor landed his first movie role in 1982's Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and his star power has only grown since then. After suffering a slight career slump in the early 90s, Cage made a comeback in 1995 with an Oscar-winning turn as a depressed screenwriter in Leaving Las Vegas.
To tell you the truth, I'm a little shaky right now.
Cage has remained a prolific actor throughout his career, often appearing in multiple films every year. For that reason, we probably won't be holding our breath for his return to television.
100+ years of rich cinema. You can't just limit it to one.
It depends upon your mood, the seasons. All right, let's do top 3. You start.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Tom Cruise. There aren't that many actors who are naturally associated with the movies the way Tom Cruise is. Cruise emerged in the 1980s, and before the end of that decade, he was already one of Hollywood's most bankable leading men.
You up for this one, Maverick? Just a walk in the park, Kazansky.
While he initially took on roles in award-worthy films, even picking up a few Oscar nominations himself, Cruise soon began to establish himself as an action star. He has since led blockbuster flicks like the Mission Impossible films, Minority Report, and Top Gun: Maverick. Despite such a remarkable career, the actor has never crossed over into the television world. With a propensity for high-energy, action-packed, and stunt-driven projects, we doubt Tom Cruise will be gracing the small screen anytime soon.
Show me what you're made of.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.